Welcome back to your next Wild Weekend. I'm your host, Byron Goggin. We're at the Muskegon Sports Complex, home of only one of 3 luges in the entire United States. The cool thing about this place, however, is it's the only place that's open to the public.
Luge is an Olympic winter sport. Started in the Olympics in 1964 and has been building ever since then. It's a small sport. And we have here in Muskegon one of only 3 Olympic-style tracks in the United States.
There's one in Salt Lake City and one in Lake Placid, and that's because they had the Olympic Games, previous Winter Olympic Games. And then all of a sudden we have one in Muskegon, which is like, what, Muskegon?
How cool is it you're on a luge?
It's a riot, it's a blast.
Do you know anyone who luges? I know no one who luges. It just seems like a cool thing to do.
Has it been like a lifelong type thing or just something you happened upon?
It happened fun. I mean, you see it on the Olympics, you think that looks great. You don't think of that in the Midwest. And then you stumble across it, that it's in Muskegon and it's a 3-hour drive, and you're like, hey, I can do that.
That's right, you can do it because the Muskegon Luge is equipped with instructors that will teach the common person all the ins and outs of luging.
When we bring people out, we don't just bring them up to the top of the track and slide them. We are very careful to make sure that they know what to do as far as their steering and their stopping and how to control the sled. Again, safety first. You'll come up, I'll be here, you'll give me your sled. I'll get your sled down. And then what I'm going to have you do is get on your sled.
What do you think of all this?
I'm a little scared, a little frightened.
And then the start routine is you're going to pull both hands equally, very important. If I'm right-handed and I pull real hard right-handed, that's what happens. So, who's first? Good go, that was a good start.
The first run, I had no idea what to expect. It was slippery, it was scary, and it was thrilling at the same time.
You say 1, 2, 3, go, and then, you know, the next thing you know, you're just taking turns after turns after turns. The straightaways are gone so fast. It's the turns and hitting the walls I think you remember the most.
Once you're going down, there's no stopping, and so really what you're doing is controlling something that is uncontrollable, which is just an incredible experience to do that.
I always say it's like a roller coaster ride that you control, that you get to steer it down. And you just get a little sensation of that here on this track. You're going to get some G-forces up on the side. It's just to make a lot of people want to come back after. They try it, they say, oh, I want to do it again. I want to go a little higher.
It's my first time here, and I was thinking, oh, I might crash or something, because I saw someone like hit the wall and everything. So I thought that I might hit the wall. But after the first time, I thought it was awesome, and I went a whole bunch of other times.
Is this something that, you'd tell your buddies to go do?
Yeah.
How come?
Because it's fun, and it's like all the nervousness when you go up there on your first time, and then when you get down, you're like, gotta go again.
I think it's probably just like race car driving, where you set up your turns, you go into your turns, come out of them, go along a little bit of a straightaway, then you set up your next turn, try and go into it, and then at the end you try and brake as quick as you can before you hit the big mattress.
I don't think I believe for a second that you can actually steer these things.
It looks a lot easier than it is. You see the people going down, and you're like, oh, you don't just lean this way, lean that way. But as you're taking those turns, you're hitting walls and worried about flipping over.
There's really no reason to be scared. This track was crafted for all ages and skill levels.
I'll be honest with you, the first time I went down, I'm thinking, I'm too old for this. But it's a blast. And we got kids here who are 11 years old doing it and people in their 60s doing it.
It's more of a size limit than an age limit. You have to be about 48 inches tall in order to control the sled. So we always tell people about age 8 on up.
There's little kids and women and everything else out here. I mean, is it really as scary and as hard as
I think that a lot of kids sometimes, they don't overthink things like we adults do. And so the kids just go right down and they just think of having fun. And, and I admire them and they're an inspiration to me.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Like any sport that's considered to be on the edge, everyone has their own reason for wanting to try it.
The reason I'm here is I'm a therapist. I'm teaching children to confront their fears. And We're doing Kawakunai in Japanese, which means be fearless. And this is something I've been afraid of doing all my life. So I'm doing it today, and it's amazing.
I had a guy on the track last week that was 84 years old. Came out just to try it. Made one run, he said, I did it. I always wanted to do it before I died, and I did it. And he went home.
I guess it's probably something I never thought I'd do, to be honest, and just something that our scout troop wanted to do and joined along, and it was definitely a lot of fun. I'd encourage anybody to do it.
And if a bunch of Boy Scouts can do it, a couple of housewives from mid-Michigan can as well.
So while the ride down is a ton of fun and very fast, I think everyone would agree that the walk up isn't quite as much fun. How's the walk?
Wonderful.
Enough steps for you?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, Eric.
So you guys are doing really, really well with this.
How's the walk up?
Tiring?
Tiring? You look exhausted.
I am exhausted.
You don't like the walk?
No.
Oh, come on.
It's
Not
really
that far.
tiring. Yeah, but the sleds are like 30 or 40 pounds.
Wait a minute, you only weigh 30 or 40 pounds.
Right. So basically I'm carrying myself.
I don't care who you are, these sleds are heavy.
You carry like a 40-pound sled up a whole bunch of stairs. It's hard.
Yeah, but it's good for you.
Yeah, but it's hard.
What do you want, an elevator?
Yeah.
You have everything.
Every scout here wants an elevator, even the adults.
Which is harder to do, walk up or go down?
Well, walk up. You got gravity taking you down that way, but walking up, you're fighting the gravity, and then you're carrying the sled. So, what are you gonna do? The only way you're gonna go down the hill is you gotta climb back up.
Don't go away, because coming up next, we're going to actually take you to the top of the hill and show you what it's like to go down firsthand. Stick with us.